Hello, beautiful soul family. It's Breanne here. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to Readings with Breanne. So many of you guys know all over the news there has been a situation regarding Mr. Trump and an assassination attempt. And I wanted to pull the tarot because there's a lot going on with this one. I mean, is this divine intervention in terms of Trump not actually getting shot? Or was this more of a hoax? Was this planned and he knew when to turn, why to turn, all the goods? So my one question was like, was this situation a staged event, or was this more divine intervention that is protecting Mr. JT there? Now, and I also wanted to look at the cards pertaining to the shooter, because we have this 20-year-old man from Pennsylvania where Trump was up there speaking, and there's not a whole lot on him. It looks like he's, from a blue-collar family, graduated, not really any big dirt on him. So it's kind of interesting. Does he just wake up one morning and decide I'm gonna go grab a sniper and do the unthinkable, right? Just awful. So I think what I kind of want to look into is like, was this set up in terms of, because this was also like where he was, it wasn't a far distance. I mean, I know they're saying that the suspect was only 20, so very young, but at the same time, it was a clear shot. It wasn't somewhere from far away. And that building, that rooftop as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, I do want to share a quick thing actually. I was connecting with Spirit and they said, this was a couple days ago, and they actually said the word on the roof, and I didn't think much of it. I think I was looking into, sometimes I just ask for what messages are coming in, and they were talking about on the roof, and I'm really wondering if that was correlating with this situation. So, I mean, it's, unfortunate that I didn't look into it more at that time, but it kind of was something that clicked when I heard that this 20-year-old was on the roof making that shot, right? Now, but yeah, so what I kind of wanted to look into on top of like, was this staged? Was this, Mr. Trump just being divinely protected because the shot was an easy shot, more or less? And it's kind of interesting that that area was also it was like a compromised area. It was not touched, so it's almost like somebody was paid off. It's like somebody was paid off to make sure they don't monitor or watch that area. I think I read somewhere though that there was reports that somebody was scaling the building, but anyway, just a lot of weirdness going on with this whole situation. So I'm, happy to say that it looks like Trump only had his ear grazed on the right side, but it is unfortunate because I did hear that there was somebody that lost their life. I think one person lost their life, and then there's another person that might be in the hospital with serious conditions. So that's really unfortunate. My heart goes out to the families. But let's get into the tarot. Please note, this is, for entertainment purposes. This is based off the energy of the tarot, my perspective. But let's dive into it. Let's start with, was this assassination attempt staged? All right, was this a staged event? Or was Mr. Trump divinely protected? Was he just divinely protected? All right. And there we go. We got the star. We got the King of Cups. There's Trump. Page of Swords. This is signifying the shooter, because the page is a young energy, and the swords is also, it's also could be attack on the king here, attack on Trump. Oh, look at that, 8 of Wands, but in reverse. Magician, the Fool. Let's take one more for, oh my goodness. Okay, I am I am excited to see this because I wasn't sure if this was something that maybe Trump was aware of happening and this was something to like, it's like boosting maybe, you know what I mean, boosting things up in his favor, but I don't actually see this. I see this as it being divine intervention here because we have the temperance and the magician that are like interfering here. So it's like there is an external force slowing down the bullets. It's like I'm literally getting like this is the bullet coming out and they are literally manifesting they're manipulating the speed of the bullet so it just grazes his ear. That's what I'm getting here. Interesting. Because, you know, based on like the distance and the circumstances, I just don't feel like this is a shot that would have been missed. Like it it's just something that would have been a walk in the park if they wanted to actually hit the target, which is interesting here. So it is showing with the magician, there was manipulation with, I feel like the speed of the bullet, because we have the temperance. This is a bit of a different deck, but in the Rider-Waite tarot, this is actually an image of an angel as well, which is quite interesting. And you can look at this, the temperance we've got this lovely lady here just working her magic. There's working her magic. Because this was something that was not allowed to happen. They were not going to allow this situation to happen the way this person planned it. So, I mean, I wasn't sure if I was going to have to pull more cards on this one, but I feel like it's pretty explanatory. We've got Mr. You know, Trump here, we do have the shooter here, we have the situation and interference and the outcome here. So, you know, we kind of said here we've got the magician and the temperance and the fool for the potential outcome. So this was something that was definitely manipulated and blocked. And I just keep feeling like this temperance, this is this specific divine force, whether you want to call it angels or, you know, whatever you want, you label that as, but it's like this divine force that manipulated and slowed down the bullets, or slowed down like the impact of it here. So there was definitely intervention with these cards here. Oh my gosh, we have shine. Your light irritates their demons. Interesting. That's another confirmation that this wasn't necessarily something that was, you know, so-called staged. I don't see that. I don't see that's the case. It looks like this was an actual attempt on his life. And there was divine intervention to make sure that didn't happen. But okay, let's wrap up that question. I'm curious about this guy here because we've got this young page here that they're saying is what, 20 years old, from Pennsylvania. What's the story with that? There is something that seems off, something that seems weird. Like it's it's almost like when you think of all the other mass shootings and everything, it's like all these people like are being almost like they have a double life. There's two different stories, two different lives they're living. So it's almost like, yeah, look, we've got the two of pentacles here. So it's kind of that feeling of two different lives here. I'm wondering if there's some kind of, I guess the question, mind control. I was chatting with, many of you guys are familiar with lovely Brad, but we were chatting about this as well and talking about mind control here. Was this an altered state of mind where he's programmed? And they do this with certain individuals that don't have any record, because I mean, I didn't dig too deep into this individual. I was just briefly reading about him, but it doesn't look like he has a criminal record. He's not, I mean, not there's nothing on file. Just your normal, 20-year-old boy that got up one day and did something awful. So there's like more to the story. So it feels like he has maybe lived a double life in terms of certain mind control has been ingrained within him, and when that switch is flipped, they can make them do anything they want, from, you know, jumping off a bridge to pulling, you know, shooting a sniper rifle. So let's look into this Page of Swords a little bit more. I guess we can ask ask the tarot and spirit, was this something that, was this page, was this 20-year-old man a victim of mind control? All right, so we have the World in reverse, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, then we've got the Moon. And we also have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. It looks like a big yes without even, okay. So if we start with, if we look at this World, the World in reverse is, I feel like this individual was trying to take a shortcut. It's like he was offered an opportunity to do something, to maybe get a certain amount of money. It's like a big payout here. And I don't think it was to complete an assassination. That wasn't how they approached it. I feel like this was done very strategically, but this was something that I feel like he was approached about, and it's like he took a shortcut. He took the bait here, and in the background they were altering. There was something to do with hidden, there's an illusion about an altered state, because that's literally what that Seven of Cups is, and is in the potential outcome. So, you know, there's definitely some kind of organization that I feel like offered him something at some point. He did take the bait, and this is the result of it. So it does look like a yes, in terms of there was some kind of manipulation with his mind. I do want to say though, I don't feel like he initially thought, I feel like it's kind of interesting, because it's like he was told a fake story. We have the Sun on the bottom here, and it's like he was told that this is kind of some kind of, I don't know, testing for something of a positive matter. You know what I mean? This isn't something that I feel like came off as, do you want to join our organization and wreak havoc and, you know, be an awful person? Like, that's not how it went. I feel like this was something that he was given an opportunity to maybe shortcut something. He's like, okay, well, this is going to give me a big chunk of money. Why not? I'll let them run some tests on me. But in the background, they were really doing a lot more damage than he could ever imagine. So I think there's a little bit of a naive feeling between what he actually got himself into here. A little bit more, spirit, about this page. Got moves in silence. Yeah, see, we've got an offer. So there was definitely someone that approached him with this offer. I mean, altered his mind. We literally have the Seven of Cups. I wasn't sure if we were going to get the Seven of Swords here, but we've got the Moon and we have the Seven of Cups in the outcome of this 20-year-old individual here. Yeah, giving money. So, and on top of that, look at Ace of Pentacles. So somebody definitely approached him with a offer that looked very abundant, very beneficial for him, but I do feel like he didn't know fully what he was getting into for some reason here. That's just intuitively what I'm feeling. But this offer, he decided to take this offer and make a shortcut. This world was him, where he started and where he ended up. So he decided to take a shortcut, and it looks like, unfortunately, this is the outcome of the situation. But I will say there was definitely lots of energy to support that Mr. Trump is divinely protected with that energy coming up there. So I do feel like there was intervention spiritually, you know, from the other side. And I mean, I would pull a little bit more cards, but I think this shooter was also shot. So, I mean, there's not really, in terms of like trying to get more out of him, what's the story of what happened. I don't think he's still with us. I think he was taken down. So I'm sending you guys all lots of love and blessings on your journey. And that's what I have for you at this moment pertaining to the situation on Mr. Trump. Lots of love to you guys. Bye for now.